For Kiwi USD, so all in all, Kiwi USD and Aussie USD, rather all the pairs, we did hit both the targets previous week. So same, let's try this week as well. So it did rise initially first 3 days and then started falling from there on, presently sitting at 60.61 and below the uptrend line. As of now, it's sitting above the EMA 17. All in all, the overall trend is rising. So that's what you see here, the overall trend is rising, so I expect it to rise further. And on the plus side, my take on US dollar is bearish. So in that being said, I expect it to go north from here, though it'll come and test 59.70, 59.75, close to that. So that being said, still my take on this will be bullish. So let's see on a 4-hour chart. So if it comes and test here, 61.40 here, so that will be my entry point, 61.40, and first target at 61.86 and second target at 62.40. Keeping my stop loss at 60.41. On the reverse side, if it drops below the old support of 59.13, 59.15 and make a test at 59.05, that will be my entry point. 59.05 and 58.54 will be my first target, and second target at 57.98. So I'm open both sides on Kiwi USD. I'm expecting it to rise further from here, continue the upward trend. On Aussie USD daily time frames, same format, same thing. It crossed last week. It started by crossing this downtrend line. Now it rose for first 3 days, touched 65.58 and dropped down below the initial resistance of 64.46. Currently sitting at 64.19. It's above the EMA. It's below the uptrend line. Overall, it's trend showing, it's showing the trend upwards. On a 4-hour chart, though it's showing the trend is coming downwards. It's below EMA, below the trend lines, following the falling trend line. But my take on this is, as being on a daily time frame, that it will rise further from here. It will drop, it will continue, it will make a reverse point close to 63.59 and then rise further from here. So all in all, if you look carefully, so this is traveling between 607 to 207, close to 400 pips. So how I have done is I have taken all the support and resistance point and trend lines and divided the catch of 200 pips on the both sides. All in all, as my bias on US dollar is negative, is on the bearish side, so I expect it to rise further from here. My test close, as I said earlier, it might test close to 63.59. From here it will rise if it crosses 65. So my entry point will be 65.01 and first target at 65.49 and second target at 66.07. On the reverse side, if it falls from here, if it falls from 63.11, I'll make my entry right at 63.02 and first target at 62.66 and second target at 62.17. That's for Aussie USD. For US dollar Swiss franc, as of now we see that it's falling. It's below EMA 17. It's crossed the trend line. It's showing the clear downtrend from here, and I expect it to go further from here. You see it might go up and test 96.50 from here or even further, and then it will start dropping. That's my take on this. For my bias on USD index is bearish, as I told earlier. So if it crosses 95.54, then I'll make my entry at 95.45, and keeping first target at 95.11, second target at 94.42. On the reverse side, if it starts rising, it might hover close to 96.75 as it did last week. So but if it makes a successful test here, crossing the downtrend line from that starts from 97.60, so what I'll do is I'll make my entry at 96.75, my first target at 97.17, and second target at 97.59. So that's for USD Swiss franc. Beautiful display of price to make pip both ways. For sweet oil, crude oil, WTI oil, let's see, on a daily time frame it's falling. It did as of now sitting close to 15.12. It did hit the low point of 11.25, 11.40 last this week. I still expect it to rise on the reverse side. So there's been two news for crude oil in the market. One news is that this is a high point to get into oil to make big money, as there's been cut of oil production that's been in place for a while now. So that's one news. Second news is by our dear analyst, the legendary Andy Hall. He says that it might touch zero coming week. So that's just a news I read somewhere. So that being said, I'm still open both ways, right? I'm expecting on the reverse side again against the market, right? So I'll keep my take as a bullish on crude oil against all the news. So let's see on a 4-hour chart how I put it together. On a 4-hour chart, currently it's at close to 1538, and if it crosses 1712, so I'll make my entry at 1744 and let it go to 1880, keeping my second target at 2058. That's my first take. Second take, it if it starts dropping close to 13 and below 13, I'll make my entry, make sure that it tests this point, right? Or which eventually it'll if it falls down, then I'll make my entry at 1288, and right below the old support, I'll make my first target at 1186. But if it starts dropping further from here, then I'll make my second target at 1039. So all in all, my bias on crude oil is bullish for the coming weeks. Still, I'm bullish for last 3 weeks, but I'm open both ways. That's my take on it. For the next one, for the gold, so as USD is expected to fall, that's my take. So if USD is expected to fall, that means the gold should rise. On the other hand, the news in the market is that gold could fall. So again, against the news, against the ideas, my technical analysis says that gold will rise. As of now, it's sitting above EMA 17. There's a flag showing it's above the, it's sitting close to the old resistance of 1700. And it's crossed the previous pivotal point of 1662. So that being said, I'll be keeping my take bullish on the gold for this week. So on a 4-hour chart, if it crosses 1740, yes, that's far pretty high from 1700 to 1740. We'll be missing that, but that's my take, to just to be safe. So in that case, I'll make my entry at 1750, and with the first target of 1769 and second target close to 1800. If it does that, that'll be pretty impressive. On the reverse side, if it falls below 1660, so 1665, so I'll I'll make my entry at 1658. Make sure that it makes a test here, a successful test, and then keep my first target. I'll keep my first target at 1643 and second target at 1626. I still expect it to fall from here, then rise further, and then at least cross this. Let's see if it does this week. It might take a week more. From here, if it starts falling, then we'll make a successful gain some successful pips here at for gold USD. Alright traders, that's all from me for this week. You can get analysis, entries and exits on more pair at surplusforex.com. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and share the video, and huge thanks to all the current participants who like, subscribe and share. For those who are new to Forex and now can get more information on trading Forex market from this book, I named it Forex Must-Haves, or by visiting website or surplusforex.com. I wish you all wonderful weekend and profitable trading in the week ahead, and see you next time.